Hi, welcome to another episode of the Cat Lady Podcast. My name is Andrea, also known as the Cat Lady. That's two T's, C-A-T-T, craft all the things. I have no notes today, so I apologize. It is November 28th, 2018. It's Wednesday, and I believe this is episode 83. Could be 82, but I didn't write it down. So, not like that matters. But you can find me all over the internet as the Cat Lady. Instagram, I have a Facebook group, the Cat Lady Podcast. YouTube as Crafty Cat Lady. Ravelry, the Cat Lady. So that's where you can find me. So thank you for joining me. If you're new, I'm a fiber podcast, knitting, spinning, and all sorts of other crafty things. But this is the thick of holiday knitting, so I'm doing a lot of knitting. That is all I will have to show today. It should be a relatively quick episode. I just have a few things to show off that I've been working on, and yeah. So thanks for joining me. And of course, if you're a continued viewer, I super duper appreciate every time you come back to see me. So with that, podcast news, I have a holiday knit along. So if you're knitting any gifts or decor for the holidays, please feel free to enter them into the finished object thread, and there's a chatter thread as well. I have a prize. I recall that I had a prize for my 500 subscriber giveaway, but I never reached 500. That's another story, but I feel like I'm perpetually stuck, like right under 500. But anyways, I have a prize. I had some yarn, I had a bag, and a needle minder, so I need to find that. And I will, if I find it before I edit this and get this up, I will post a picture of it, so you can see what you can win. And yeah. So if you have anything, if you are a maker that has anything to donate for prizes, please feel free to contact me, and I'm always willing to take donations to give away, because I do like to be able to give away things to my viewers, because, you know, it's fun, and it's fun to do the knit-alongs and craft-alongs and stuff, so, but, you know, prizes are fun, so I'm always welcome to take more prizes to give away to you, so. That's that. So go to Ravelry. There's a finished object thread, which will be the one I draw from prizes, and then there is a chatter thread as well. I will talk about the shawl I'm wearing real quick. This is the Finn by Brandy Miller Designs. I test knit this for her a while ago, like a year ago, and this is the first time actually I'm wearing it out, because to be honest, it's a very interesting construction, and I wasn't sure how to wear it, but I got myself a shawl pin. Get up there. And that's a Petoskey stone in there. It's really hard to tell, but I think it's from, I can't remember. Can't remember. I'll try to put it in. I'll put it in the show notes of who I got it from. But I got this at Michigan Fiber Festival this year. I don't even want to say who I think. So I'll put the legitimate information in the Ravelry show notes. But yeah, now with the shawl pin, it's perfect. So I like. So it's got this like mesh panel that's really cool, and it's got these little fins that stick out. I need to reblock it a little bit. It's been sitting in a basket, but I love this. This is really good. So with the shawl pin, it works really nice. So I'm excited to wear this. And this was some kind of Halloween colorway of somebody. All of that information is on Ravelry as well. The Finn shawl by Brandy Miller Design. So if you look at my show notes, and I'll link it in my Ravelry notes too. Or if you look at my Ravelry, I have all the information of what this yarn was, but it's a self-striping yarn, and since the shawl was semi-narrow, it striped really nice, so. Anyways, carry on. So all I have to show today is knitting. I haven't been spinning anything because I've been in the throes of holiday knitting. So I will start with, I'll just kind of talk about what I've been doing. So there's kind of a finished objects / works in progress combo. So I'm making fingerless mitts for the kids' teachers, and I finished a pair and a one. So I have 3, and then I have a 4th with no thumb, so I just need to finish the thumb. And this is Maine Morning Mitts by Clara Parks, and I altered the pattern just slightly by making them extra long so that they could roll over. Because, you know, first of all, hands vary in different sizes. I have relatively long hands, so I have a feeling these will be plenty long because I kind of made them to fit me. Plenty long for the teachers, but I made them so you can fold them over as much as you want. make a little cuff. And that's how I have my pair. And then when it's really cold, I kind of tend to flip them up. So just to keep my fingers a little bit warmer, if I'm holding a cup of coffee at the bus stop, I'll tend to kind of flip them up and keep my fingers covered. But then in general, if I'm wearing them around where I'm in, I can wear them as fingerless mitts. So there's that. So I started these the day before Thanksgiving, so a week ago. And so yeah, I got the 3 done, and I got a 4th one done on Monday. Monday we had a snow day for no reason. There was like a dusting, but they were projecting like all this ice, and like the afternoon commute was going to be bad, and so they closed school, which is fine. And to be honest, it was Monday. I really didn't feel like getting out of bed anyway, so I was a little excited. But I spent all day and I worked on a mitt. You know, it only takes a couple hours, but still, I spent a good number of hours making the mitt. However, I had switched from my Magic Loop Chow Goose, size 7, right? Should probably double check. Yeah, size 7. And I switched to a pair of bamboo double pointed needles, thinking because, you know, I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of Magic Loop, even though I did all these ones this way. My double points were currently on my sweater, so I couldn't use them. But I finished the sleeve of the sweater and freed up my double points. I'm like, oh, well, I'll make the last mitt on the double points. That was a terrible, terrible, terrible idea, because I made the whole mitt, and it was like legit like this much longer. I mean, it was like almost an inch longer. So my gauge was that much different, like looser. Like it was just a looser fabric. And you could just tell by even just like kind of looking at the difference. And on the bottom, it was like, I put them on and, you know, lined up your wrists, and it was like this much different. So I had to rip it all out. And, you know, I hemmed and hawed. I'm like, okay, well, I could just knit another one with the double points and then have that as a pair, and then eventually knit another one with a Magic Loop and have 3 pairs, because I may make another pair actually, but I wasn't sure if I was going to make another pair. And so let's see if I can find what was left. So yeah, I finished, oh, what's going on? Okay, so I finished that this morning, and I still have to do the thumb, of course, but where is, don't mind me. This is what I had left over from, because I unraveled the whole thing and I just knit again from what I had unraveled from the first mitt. So I had this whole bit left over. So this was the difference between double points and then after talking to some of my friends this morning, maybe it wasn't the fact that it was double points versus Magic Loop, maybe it was bamboo versus metal, which I could definitely see, because, you know, they're slick and it's a little easier to knit a little tighter on these, I think. So I think that's the reason, really. I think you just knit tighter because they're slippery, so, you know, a little snugger so they don't fly off the needles. Whereas the bamboo, they don't, you kind of have to loosen it up so they move better. So I really think that's the reason. But now I know if I'm going to make a matching pair of something, and this isn't the first time that I've made pairs of things on different needles, so apparently I don't learn. So anyways. So this, I'll probably finish this today. Literally just got to do the thumb and weave in the ends. And then I have the 2 pairs of mitts. Now I'm at a junction here. And this is what I do every year. I start my Christmas knitting usually later than I've already started. So I'm ahead of the game. It's not even December. But then I start knitting, and then I start thinking, well, maybe I should make a pair for such and such and so, and maybe I should make a pair for my aunt, and maybe I should make this for that, and this and whatever. And then I start thinking, okay, well, if I make one for so-and-so, then I gotta make one for that person too. And then I think, well, maybe I'll make a hat for my uncle, but then I gotta and then maybe I'll make a hat for and I start adding to the list. So I'm at a conundrum here, whether I'm just gonna like say, okay, nope, we're done. We made the teacher gifts. I have the Christmas bulbs to do, which those are quick. Stop now. Quit while I'm ahead. Or like freak out and make everybody stuff. So I'm leaning towards being a little selfish and just we're done. We're going to do the teacher gifts like I suggested. I'll do the bulbs and then call it a day. And maybe maybe I'll start knitting some things for some other people, but I'll save it for next year. I'll be way ahead of the game. So I don't know. Chime in if you have an opinion on that. Because I feel like I'm going to get to the point where I'm going to be burnt out and it's going to be down to the wire and I'm just going to be frustrated. So, and I still have my flax I want to work on. Not that I want to get it done, but I would like to get it done before Christmas so I could wear it as a Christmas sweater since it's a nice green, but I'm not going to hold myself to that. So, again, these are the Maine Morning Mitts by Claire Parks. Free pattern on Ravelry. I am knitting it out of Premier Yarns Everyday Worsted, which is really soft, anti-pill it says, and the aubergine colorway. So I got 2 pairs out of 1 skein. So out of the Vanna's Choice, which I made my teal mitts, and I made the gray mitts last year, I could get 3 mitts out of 1 skein. And that was normal size, actually. That was not the extended version. So I got 3 gray out of 1 Vanna's Choice. So the yardage is obviously different. So this yardage is 203 yards, 113 grams. So yeah, I got exactly. So yeah, I mean obviously I only have a little bits left. So one of these bits will be for the thumb. I think this one. I weighed which one it was. I think it's that one. But I have like 3, all these bits left over. One was left over from when I knit the first pair, then now it's left over from the second pair, and then the thumb. So, but yeah, now I can knit another 2 pair if I wanted. So, I don't know. If I do hats and other things, I'm just gonna pull out a stash. I'm not buying any more yarn for those projects because I can scrape together stash for those. But again, maybe I'll start knitting them and see where I get. And if I get burnt out and I don't want to finish them, then maybe I just don't put the pressure. Don't promise anything to anyone and call it a day. But I'm happy with progress. So the mitts, Maine Morning Mitts, Claire Parks, free on Ravelry. I am using my Crazy Cat Lady bag from Mandy Pinecone. Gave it to me, my Rhinebeck. She gave it to me a Rhinebeck. And it matches the purple. So it's always nice when your phone falls off your bed. Really need to get a better setup here. Anyways, it's always nice when your yarn matches your bag. It's kind of fun. So carrying on, I have made a good amount of progress on my Seclude by Alicia Plummer for my mother for Christmas. So it is officially off the needles. And all the ends are woven in and everything is completed except for the neckline. So I have to do the applied I-cord on the neckline, which I'm going to attempt to get to today, but we'll see if it happens. But yeah, I should be able to do it in one sitting. I did last time. And then I'm going to give it a nice little wash and dry, and this baby will be done. So it's nice and squishy and soft, and I tried it on, and it fits exactly like the other one, which should follow the same pattern, directions, whatever. So yeah, this will be my mom's Christmas present. I'm pretty excited about that. And that's it. That's it. But I mean, that's a lot. I guess I'll talk about where it was last. So last I talked, I was on the thumb hole of one sleeve. I don't remember which sleeve, but I was at the thumb hole. So I had the thumb hole and the ribbing. It's very dark, it's hard to see. So I had about that much. And then I did the whole entire other sleeve. And then we wove in all the ends and call it a day. So that was basically a sleeve in a week. But I have knit this sweater in under a month. I started it on October 29th, October 30th, October 29th, I think is what I put the date. So it is the 28th, so if I finish it today, that is under a month. And then the same with my first one. I cast it on September, like beginning mid-September, and I finished it like beginning of October. So if I get cranking and I don't have anything else going on, I can crank this out in a month. So that's pretty good. And so yeah, that's all I've been working on because I'm just trying to get these presents done. So in stash, I have a problem. I really like the sweater. I really, really like the sweater, and I guess I'm just excited that this is the first sweater I've ever made that like I can wear comfortably, and it's not itchy, and it fits, and everything's good. Like I need to pull out my button knee, it's called, which is a really pretty sweater. but it's itchy, so I need to like wash it again, and you know, see if I can get it less itchy. Someone said soaking in conditioner. I might have to try that. It's like baby alpaca blend. It's not supposed to be so itchy, but it's itchy. But anyways, back to stash. I had a bunch of coupons at Joann's. I had a gift card, so this was literally like free yarn. I purchased another quantity of the Karen Simply Soft, or another Seclude, or maybe not, but similar style. I want the long. I kind of want to do the same pattern, except for maybe a different neckline. Even though I do like the V-necks, I don't know. Maybe it'll just be another Seclude, but it might be that pattern with a rounder neck instead of the V-neck. I don't know, but I love the contrast sleeve and the holes and everything. So, and I do want to make a second one. So, I've decided for the red and white, I'm going to put that in storage. So I bought the last week I showed off that I bought the red for a Christmas sweater. So I'm going to put that in storage and pull it out next fall, and make that a Christmas sweater. It may be a different sweater, I don't know, but maybe the same. But for the immediate future, so probably after Christmas, I bought this purple with a contrast like lavender. So it'll be fun colored, and get it out of my system because I really want to make another one for me. So obviously I'm making another one, but it's not for me. So I think those colors will be fun. That'll like make a nice one. So, but again, I'm going to put that away too for now because I can't worry about that right now. I got to finish the flax. So those all need to go in storage. So yeah, that's it. And after I finish the mitts, I will pull out the Christmas bulbs and get a few of those done. And I'll probably pop those on Instagram. So if you follow me on Instagram, the Cat Lady, you can see my progress on those. And then December 1st is Saturday, so I need to start pulling out my blanket squares and determining. So my brain does not sleep apparently. So like maybe it was first thing this morning, maybe it was the middle of the night, I don't remember. But all I know is I was laying awake thinking, what am I going to do with this blanket when it's finished? I'm making it for a queen/king size bed, so I'm debating on adding length to it. It's made with all these remnants of different kinds of material, and I'm pretty sure half of them aren't washable or superwash or something. So how am I going to wash this? Where am I going to put it to dry? Am I in over my head? Like, what do you guys do with your cozy memory blankets? Like, do they just never get cleaned? I feel like it's going to need to be cleaned. Also, I'm contemplating like some sort of border. Like, I really don't want to do a border because by the time it's done, it's going to be like huge, and like the last thing I want to do is put like a giant border around it. Unless maybe I crochet, but I feel like something needs to even out the things. Unless I like lay it out and block it, or just say screw it and don't care because it's, you know, going to lay out in the bed and be fine. But what if it gets, it's eventually you sleep with it, depending on how much I use it. I mean, I'm going to want to clean it. So how the heck are you going to clean a queen size blanket that's not washable? Dry clean? Can I take it to the dry cleaner? I don't know. It seems like it'd be expensive, but you know, maybe it'd be worth it every once in a while. So please, if you have opinions, if you have a cozy memory blanket that's finished that you've had to care for, please let me know, because am I wasting a lot, like years of time to put this thing together, and then it's never going to amount to anything? Because I'd like to be like use it, you know. So that was just my brain at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, whatever time I decided to not sleep. So chime in. So that was it. Knitting stash, upcoming stuff, life in review. Things are just plugging along. Oh yeah, life in review. Thanksgiving. So if you follow me on Instagram, again, you'll see Thanksgiving wasn't stellar. So I got a phone call from my dad like at 8 in the morning that my grandma was in the hospital. At that time, he didn't know what for. He just knew he met her down there and was waiting in the ER at the time. So it turns out her gallbladder was having issues. It was infected. Either there's some sort of stone or blockage or whatever. But so yeah, my dad and his girlfriend and my grandmother were all supposed to come over for Thanksgiving dinner. So, and I had a turkey already defrosted, so that needed to be cooked anyways. But my dad and his girlfriend ended up coming over still. So it worked out, but everyone was tired and kind of My grandma was in the hospital until Sunday, so she is now home and feeling better, and she's got a little like pump drain to try to get rid of the infection on its own without having to go into surgery. So she keeps that on for like 6 weeks. So crossing my fingers. She's 91 years old, so like they don't really want to do like major surgery if they can avoid it. So they're trying this thing first. So, but yeah, that was a bummer. So I didn't get to see her for Thanksgiving. But she called me on Monday, and she sounded good, so that was good. And then Friday we went back over to my dad's and saw my dad's girlfriend's kid and his wife. So they're a little younger than us, but similar to our age. But yeah, so that was nice. We had a Mexican dinner, so that was fun. And then Saturday we were supposed to be with my mom, but she wasn't feeling well, so she didn't make it. But we met with my aunt and uncle and my great uncle, and we met for dinner closer to where my great uncle lives because he's in his 80s and doesn't drive. So my aunt picked him up and brought him over, and we had dinner. And then the 4 of us, Jim, me, and the kids, went and drove through the Wayne County Light Fest, which is a drive-through the park light show, sort of. So they have a bunch of those like moving lights and little scenes and like snowflakes and reindeer and whatever. But yeah, it was fun. And we've done that for the last few years. We are under debate whether, I thought this was only our 2nd year, but maybe it's our 3rd. Jim said 4. I don't think it's 4, so maybe I'll go with 3. So yeah, and it was just kind of a weird holiday. So didn't see my mom, didn't see my grandma, so, but everyone's fine now, so that's all that matters. So enough rambling. Come join the Ravelry group, come join the craft along, holiday craft along, and get a chance to win some prizes. And yeah, I hope to talk to everyone next week. Let's see what I get done. And until then, I hope you get to craft all the things. Bye.